Hello, my dears. How are you? I just wanted to do a little talk to camera to give some reaction as to the comments that the Pope has made about trans people. He says we're an abomination. He says that we should not destroy what God has created and what God says is beautiful. And he also says that in us amending ourselves, that it's another form of sin that man has created. What a twat. What a utter... I mean, I'm sorry, Pontiff, but you're just wrong on so many levels. And this is a guy who's the head of a church. And I read another thing as well. There's a vicar in Hull, I think it was, has come out and said, Northern England anyway, has come out and said that transgender people are similar to paedophiles. It's like, what the fuck are these? I mean, coming from a Roman Catholic priest, I would be very careful as to what you're levelling anyway, and I'm not going to pass aspersions or judgments on anyone. But for someone who's a member of the Catholic Church to come out and say that, you go figure. I also wanted to give you guys a positive message. I'm forever harping on to people about being yourself, follow your dreams, be you. You're going to have people who hate you. It doesn't matter who or what you are in life. You know, if you look at some of the most successful people in this world and what they do, and for me, like, I use these people as icons who are brilliant at what they do, but they also inspire me. So you got people like Tony Robbins, and everyone uses Richard Branson, Bill Gates. The list is endless. Beyonce, Rihanna, Miley Cyrus, Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran. They're all people who have a lot of critics, but they also don't give their critics any they don't listen to what their critics say to them. It doesn't matter who or what you are, where you're going, what you're doing, what your gender is, what your sexuality is, who you love. There are always going to be people who will take against you. And I'm sorry, but whose business is it other than yours? If you're happy, you're doing something that is morally right, and by that I mean obviously people who have things like underage sex and stuff and bestiality, that's just wrong and you shouldn't do that and you're a twat if you do. But other than that, if you're in love with someone and you're in a relationship and you have love back, who gives a shit what anyone else thinks about you? You know, I'm a trans woman. I've been transitioning for nearly 4 years now. I have had so much hate levied at me in the early stages of my transition. Not so much now. But I would tell you this, the people who come into your life when you start to be you will be the right people. Because for once, you are being the person who you always have been. And in that you'll be more fulfilled, you will be happier, the world will seem a brighter place. And I promise you, you do this and everything will be better than it ever has been. It's not easy at first. It does suck, and you get people shouting at you. So what? If a fool shouts at you in the street, ignore them. I always give a blanket response. I completely blank them. An idiot in the street shouting abuse at you without a reaction is an idiot shouting in the street. So, be yourself. Don't give a fuck about what anyone says about you or thinks about you, because ultimately, as long as you can look in the mirror and see the person who you want to be reflected back at you, who gives a flying monkeys what anyone else thinks? Okay? So, have a great weekend. Be more videos like this coming soon. Take care. Bye.